see if anybody hops on here. If you are just joining in, we're going to do a live update recap for November 2025. What?
You want a Coke?
No, thank you.
Well, you...
How many people are out there watching? Let's see. I'm waiting for a few people to jump on. So, been a busy day, busy week. I got concrete all over. Still,
You're steaming.
yeah, I've seen that. Oh my, it's been a day. So I was trying to get ready to head out of town. Had all sorts of, hey, who's that? Pop Pepper. You're still here?
At the moment.
What did we get done this week?
Yeah. A lot. Rebar. Vapor barrier.
Put the vapor barrier down on the foundation.
Footers.
Tied in a bunch of rebar, epoxied rebar.
Started the water lines, heated floor stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We got to finish that tonight.
Putting in lines for a heated concrete slab. Yeah. And then ran a half marathon.
You did.
Or attempted to. And then yesterday I was pretty worthless. I just kind of...
Hold up your medal if you're
mentioning
that marathon.
Looky here. I got a medal. You know, they give these to everybody who pays them money. And they give them a shirt. Look, see, I got a shirt.
Turn around.
Last year's shirt. What is it? What is the back? Just a bunch of concrete?
It says it on your butt.
Does it really?
Yeah.
They don't want to see
you
that.
Advertise for Johnny Morris.
They don't want to see that. The metal's really nice. Like, it's impressive. You know, it's got engraving on the front. It's got a lot of details on the deer's head.
Proverbs 13:1.
Yeah, it's got engravings on the back. It's got Proverbs 13:1. We looked that up. I don't know why they got that on there, but then we got engraving on the side. It's like they just got kind of fancy with it. Who's this? Who's this? That's actually a cool looking metal. It is Living Water. So yeah, it's really nice metal. Maybe one day I'll have an I Love Me like wall where I put all the I Love Me stuff on it. But
you should tell them about how you did your marathon. Like the first 9 miles and then the last 4.1.
Yeah. So I was really concerned that I wouldn't be able to complete the marathon because, oh man, I'm getting my new chair dirty. Yeah, thanks. So the longest run I did in training for this marathon was 6 miles. And I only averaged, I don't even know. I think 19 miles maybe on my longest week, but I feel like maybe only 15 miles a week of running. The difference is my running was a lot harder intensity, a lot of threshold workouts and stuff like that. And a lot of the training cycle, I felt like I was pretty close to getting injured, or, you know, my legs were sore, my shins were sore. And I skipped quite a few workouts because I'm not young anymore. So,
the foundation.
And I was working too, you know, whatever. I skipped some workouts. I'd say I skipped probably at least a half dozen workouts. In fact, before the marathon, I skipped 2. They wanted me to run. I think I skipped the Wednesday or Thursday. I think I skipped Thursday run. Did I skip 3 in that last week?
You did Wednesday, because that's when I went on with you.
Okay, I did Wednesday. I skipped Thursday, and then they wanted me to run Saturday, the day before the marathon. I skipped that too. So I skipped 2 runs right before the marathon. And anywho, I wasn't sure how to pace it. Strava gives me predicted race paces for different lengths, and so does Garmin. And so one of them said that they thought I could run the half marathon in, I think, 2 hours and 12 minutes or something like that. And the other one said like 2 hours and 18, 20 minutes or something like that. I wasn't sure. So I was like, I heard another running coach say that, a half marathon is a 10K warm up in a 5K race, 10-mile warm up 5K race. So I decided to kind of take that. I thought I'd start out really slow and then decide if I was going to pick up about halfway through. I ended up I started out about a 10.5 minute mile pace. So last year's marathon I ran at a 12-minute mile pace. So a 10.5 minute mile pace was still a minute and a half faster, but it's a shorter distance too, right? So, anyways, I was feeling pretty good and I kept about the 10, 11 mile pace. And I decided that, I was going to race that last 5K. So I got about 4 miles to the finish line and I decided to start picking up the pace. And then I just started picking out people in front of me and trying to get ahead of them. So that was fun. It's fun and it's kind of bad too because I'm like, I wonder. It's encouraging to pass people at the end, but also it's like I'm probably a little discouraging to them. But anyways, I'm noticing that this thing fell off the bottom of my scale. So yeah, I started about 4 miles out. I picked up the pace, and then I was like, I hope I didn't pick up too soon. I think I ran that next mile. I think I ran about around a 9-minute mile, 9:30 mile. And I was like, So I slowed it down. Oh, and then I forgot there was kind of I wouldn't call it a hill. Some people call it a hill. There's a nice elevation about on your last like 2 miles out maybe. So I hit that and I was like, oh, I hope I didn't, anyway, so I powered up the hill, got that done. And then, anyways, I finished pretty strong and I was pretty happy with it. And I set my PR for my 5K. I set like 7 different PRs in the last 6 miles.
Well, your last mile was like 8:41, right? The
Yeah.
13th mile.
I had a sub 9-minute mile there. Yeah, the last mile and then the last little bit I really ran pretty hard. So I was really happy with how it turned out. I ended up with 2 hours and 13 minutes, which was 22 minutes faster than last year's half marathon, which I set my PR running the marathon. So I felt like that was a good improvement, and I was pretty happy with how things went. And yeah.
Do you want to tell them what happened earlier on when you slowed down?
I don't remember. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, set it up.
last year, because I was running so slow and I was running the marathon, and I started, I think I started a little further back last year. This year, I was back, but not quite as far back as I started last year. And what I realized this year was, and I feel like it was probably more people running this year. I'd have to look, but it was sold out. They had, I think, close to 4,000 runners running. So what I realized pretty quick was last year, after like the first mile, I was surrounded by people, but not many people. This year, almost the whole race, there was people all around me, and it's less fun. Less fun. So I was gonna do a walk run. So typically I would stop and walk probably after 3 to 5 minutes, maybe even after a minute or two. I would stop and walk for 20, 30 seconds and then start running again. This year, I pretty well ran all the half marathon. I think I only stopped maybe a half dozen times. And I looked on my Garmin when I was done. and I had walked for a total of like 3 minutes out of the whole thing. So that was also quite an accomplishment, I think, because um, typically I don't run without stopping. So, anyways, I didn't know quite how to stop and walk either because I was surrounded by so many people. There was people, in front of me, and there was people walking in front of me, and people walking, like I seen other people walking, but I didn't want to be that guy to get in anybody's way. And there's a sidewalk, but some people were going on the sidewalk to run past to get ahead in the crowd. And you would think if somebody wanted to walk, they'd go to the sidewalk. So, anyways, I seen a few people run by on the sidewalk, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna stop and walk a few. And I mean, I probably only stopped for 10, 20 seconds. But of course, the minute I stopped, there must have been a lady behind me because I felt her grab my waist and kind of just, move me aside or, go around me. And she was like, excuse me. And I was like, oh, sorry. And anyways, it was just kind of funny. And it was smart because you try to go around somebody, and the minute they turn or move, and you crash into them and fall or whatever. So I felt kind of bad for slowing her down. So if you're watching, no, sorry to get in your way. No, but yeah, it was a good race. It was I had fun. I'm sure I'll be going again next year. I'd like to do a half marathon in the spring, try to break sub 2 hours, and then maybe do the full marathon in the fall. But we'll see. Try to hit my sub 4 hour marathon. But I've got a lot of stuff to do. Training takes a lot of time. And yeah. So we're.
You should hold up your thing again.
Oh, yeah. For
people
anybody
who
that
weren't
didn't
there
see.
earlier.
But oh, look at that nice medal. It's got a deer, Bass Pro, yeah, engraving on front, back, and even on the side. But yeah, Sutton, I was trying to find my one from last year. I'm not sure where it's at. It's around here somewhere. But yeah. That was fun. Yesterday was Sunday. Today
Yes.
Monday. Today's Tuesday. Sunday I ran. Monday I was exhausted, and today's Tuesday. And I was going to be leaving today, but now I'll be leaving tomorrow. So we had a concrete guy come today. We were trying to get the concrete pad ready. It's amazing how long that takes.
We're almost there.
We're almost there. My wife is editing some videos. I watched some of the videos today, and you forget how much work goes into. We've been working on this foundation for so long, and part of it is because I'm very particular in how it gets done. I was telling him today, I was like, I would have been better off to pay somebody else to do it, but then if whoever I was paying to do it would do it my way, they would charge me a lot more. They probably wouldn't even want to do it for me because I don't know. It's I want it built, overbuilt, built right, and a lot of people do just enough. So it's not perfect for sure, but it's getting there. So yeah, we're gonna go after we get off here, try to finish up getting that ready because should, Lord willing, Friday get a floor poured. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'm excited to get the building up. I'm hoping by the end of this month, maybe to have something dried in. So that'd be wild. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. Not sure how long it's going to take. I just start trying to get it done. Do what I can. So anyways, that's you want to see if anybody else is on? You got a crowd watching you?
Yeah. Is my wife watching or no? I got to get her some information, some messages. That's only if she's watching. I don't know if she's watching. She likes to watch.
Yeah. What else? Shop update. Marathon update. I didn't get a DNF, so that's good.
Or a DNR.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good also. So, sharpened a bunch of knives today. Getting a bunch of stuff ready for the show. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Any questions on there out there? I think I'm gonna go with an ICF shop. So I've been getting some prices on ICF forms, and the nice thing about that is we'll be able to pour the walls even if it's freezing. Should go up rather fast. Pour the walls, roll up some trusses, slap on a roof. I think I've simplified the design of my shop for the sake of just getting in it and getting back to making knives. I'll probably try to get my shop walls poured, roll up some trusses, put the roof on. I won't, the insulation will be there except for the ceiling. Put some insulation in the ceiling and start moving some tools in and get to work probably. So it'll be interesting. I'm hoping to. I've got a lot of people wanting some knives, and I would like to be able to start getting some done. So it's been too long. So, anyways, I got a lot of work to do yet tonight. Thank you, Billy. Yeah, I was pretty happy with. I didn't get my sub 2 hour that I was hoping for, but I also knew, like, that was my plan A goal. That was a really kind of. I was telling him on these training plans, a lot of times when you can set a goal pace. And I really like the Hal Higdon has a. Tell us all about the knife show. I'll tell you about that. I really like the Hal Higdon plan, and they'll ask you like how much you're running and what your goal pace is and all that kind of stuff. And if you set too aggressive of a goal, they'll be like, are you sure about that? And you can go ahead and proceed with the plan. But if they say, are you sure about that? It's their nice way of telling you you should probably set a realistic goal. So I'm not doing a knife show. I'm going down to Texas for the Survival Podcast. It's an event that I do every fall. There'll be 60 to 80 people there, I think. I'm giving a talk, and I'll be sharpening knives and just all that good stuff. So it's about a 4-day event.
Sold out.
Yeah, it's all sold out. So I don't. It sells out every year. So it's unless a lot of people, unless they're waiting to get in. Like tickets go on sale and they sell out in the first couple hours. So it's kind of a hard event to get into. It's a nice event, but yeah, so that's what I'm doing down in Texas. Anyways, we still got a lot of work. I still got to load up a vehicle and get ready for a trip and finish up getting stuff ready for concrete so we can get concrete poured this week. So thanks for tuning in. Be on the lookout. We'll hopefully have some new videos coming up soon. My wife was editing all the shop stuff, and she had like a 40-minute long video. I'm like, yeah, I'll probably break that into a couple videos because, yeah, it's been a while since I've been recording footage. I just haven't got it edited and put out. So thank you guys for tuning in. I didn't see any comments from Mama Pepper, so
Nope.
Have a good night. This is Patrick with MT Knives. Stay sharp.